Hi, I'm Michael, and this is Carelifornia. At the end of last week, the California Employment Development Department, that's the EDD, released information about Californians who have started to receive their $300 extended unemployment benefits and how they're getting distributed. And there's new rules from the Labor Department that could make it more difficult for people to qualify on an ongoing basis for EDD. Additionally, the EDD is going to begin implementing anti-fraud measures to try to bring down the level of fraudulent EDD claims that have been on the rise since the beginning of the pandemic. So tonight, we are talking about EDD's new information about people receiving their $300 extended unemployment benefits, new rules to qualify for EDD moving forward, and anti-fraud measures that may make it harder to get your EDD benefits. Now, this is your 5-minute nightly dose, so let's make this quick. But before we do that, if you like this information, if you find it interesting, if you find it helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. First, let's talk about the Lost Wages Assistance Program, which has begun paying out the $300 extended unemployment benefits that were authorized under President Trump's executive order. The California Unemployment Agency has started paying benefits out to those Californians who are eligible for either regular unemployment benefits or pandemic unemployment assistance, or the PUA benefits. It's been paying benefits out for these 3 weeks between July 26th and August 15th. Now remember, initially under the Trump executive order, the LWA money was only guaranteed for 3 weeks. The EDD has begun paying these benefits in the order of when a person submitted their EDD claim and when they certified that their unemployment was as a result of the pandemic. Additionally, Californians who submitted claims during those weeks will get a lump sum of a one-time payment of $900 all at once, or it may be divided into different payments. If a person certified for those weeks separately, or if they received their benefits by mail, it may come in different times. We see a lot of folks in our comments who only got $300 or maybe just $600, and this is probably one of the reasons why. For example, if you certified for the weeks ending August 1st and August 8th at the same time, you should get a $600 payment for those 2 weeks first, and then followed by another $300 payment in a later week. Additionally, if you certified later, you may only get the $300 distribution first, and then you should get the $600 benefits later. The EDD is paying out these benefits in 2 phases. Phase 1, which has already begun, but for those Californians who are in Phase 2, because they have not previously certified that they were unemployed because of the pandemic, EDD will start accepting your certifications starting yesterday. These certifications must be submitted prior to you being able to receive your $300 extended unemployment benefits. Another important thing to keep in mind is that California has actually been approved for 2 more weeks of extended unemployment benefits and is applying for another. This would make the total length of the LWA program go to 6 weeks. This is because at this point in time, the program will continue to run until the funds in the disaster relief account they run out. But moving forward, the EDD is being forced by the Department of Labor to require benefit recipients to attest bi-weekly that their continuing PUA claims are as a result of the pandemic. There will be a question on the UI online account and paper renewal forms that must be answered in order to receive any additional LWA benefits. Lastly, for PUA, if you are receiving a paper check, it will not be attached to the new certification form. It will come in a separate envelope to try to help reduce the prospect of fraud. Finally, the California Department of Unemployment is making new efforts to limit the increasing amount of fraud that's been happening under the recent influx of unemployment applications. This has led them to start making changes that may affect a PUA claim or somebody receiving it. The first thing that is going to change is that they will no longer automatically backdate PUA claims. This means if you think you should have been eligible for a claim from earlier months and need to apply to get those benefits for those months, you'll have to submit a request via the Ask EDD application online or call in to see if you can get those previously unclaimed funds. The next major anti-fraud change EDD is going to make is to limit multiple claims to the same address. This will make it difficult for households who have multiple people out of work living in the same location. If you do receive incorrect unemployment benefits or cards, you can send the EDD documents back to EDD or simply put return to sender on the envelope and give it to your mail person. Overall, I have mixed feelings about these new changes, primarily because although their updated guidelines are supposed to ensure less fraud and ultimately ensure that EDD money goes to those people who really need it, I am always suspicious when there are bureaucratic changes like this. Suspicious because the EDD and the Department of Labor, they know that every change they make, every additional question they add, every hurdle that they put in that's put between the person and their benefits will always lead to some people not completing the process, leaving those folks without benefits simply because of paperwork technicalities. For EDD's new fraud measures, I don't think they are purposely trying to make it more difficult, but the Department of Labor requiring people to recertify every 2 weeks, I'm almost certain is an attempt to cut people off from benefits, but to maintain the semblance of legitimacy. So all you out there on PUA, make sure you stay on top of it and keep your certifications up to date, because otherwise you may end up losing those benefits that you have. This has been your 5-minute nightly dose. I hope that you found it interesting or helpful or at least useful. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. Also, we here at Carelifornia, we know health insurance. So if you have any questions about your health insurance, leave those down below. We'll be happy to make a new video or a new post as soon as we can. Now, other than that, I'm Michael, and this is Carelifornia, wishing you a happy, healthy day.